name is Professor Usman Director, Center for Peace Studies, Usman Danfodiyo University, Sokoto. Well, I'm very glad to be part of this program, Prevention, Countering, and Violent Extremism. As we are aware, the Center for Peace Studies, Usman Danfodiyo University, is one of the pioneer centers that has to do with peace studies and conflict resolution in Nigeria. It came on board 2004, and then we have done a lot on any issue to do with the peace building, culture of peace and sustainable peace and development in Nigeria. We have done a lot in terms of symposium, workshops, training, and then also the center provide a platform where we taught diploma up to PhD level. So our center is also in partnership with PCVE, Prevention and Countering Violent Extremism, Knowledge Innovation Research Hub. I'm also at the same time representing Sokoto State. So it's a golden opportunity where we interact with the PCVR, and we have done a lot. First, we have partnership and collaboration with them, and then a lot have been done. For the symposium in the north in Kaduna, and then also the national summit have done last year in Abuja here. So at the state level also we have done a lot in Kano, in Zamfara, in Sokoto. Right now we are having 2 to 3 researches, 2 in Zamfara about cattle ranching, and then also in Kano, this issue of youth restiveness, where they are collecting funds for others. So we are doing a lot in terms of this PCV, in terms of this countering violent extremism in Nigeria. We are cascading it down to the community level now, from the state, that what the federal government has to do, what the state government also has to do, down to the community level, so that this issue of early warning, early sign, where also the traditional and religious leaders and the community leaders will come together, so that to counter this violent extremism. Looking at what? Looking at the major drivers, issues like poverty, issues like unemployment of the youth, issue of this violent radicalism, religious radicalism, and so on. So all these things is what this PCB is doing, and is doing also a lot in order to provide awareness, sensitization on especially the youth, because the youth are the major stakeholders or are the major pillars that are being used for this violent extremism. So I'm extremely glad to be part of this innovative way in where we provide skills, and then skills on how to counter and then prevent violent extremism in Nigeria. Well, it's yielding results so far, because one, there are a lot of researches now going on in almost this state in Nigeria, particularly in the north. There are 7 states, because I'm representing Sokoto State, and as I was telling you, we have a lot of researches that is going on, almost done. So what we are trying to do now is to cascade it down to the community level, so that the other aspect is the state government, the local government, and then the ministry and agencies also need to take the lead. Because providing knowledge, innovation, research is one thing. We are not the implementer. So perhaps we are laying the policy formulation and how to implement it. That's why we cascade it down to the community level. What are the role of the traditional rulers, religious leaders, and then Ministry for Local Government, traditional institutions, and so on. So that's what they need to do. Ours is to do research, to provide policy framework, policy guidelines, policy formulation, and how to implement it. So therefore, the implementation is their own. Well, first of all, you know, government, the major role of the government First is to protect the life and property of the people. Social welfare provision. So the moment any government that cater for the youth, because you find that the major drivers, more than 80% of those in violent extremism are mostly youth. So any government that took serious term of educating the youth, then providing employment and then providing empowerment. Then also the community, issue of early warning, early signal. The community need to come in to see what, so that to respond early and then look at the signs. So these are the major issues. So once the community put eyes, the government do it its own. Look at it, in Nigeria now, more than 60% of Nigerian population are youth. So when the government made an effort in ensuring education, empowering the youth, and then also giving the employment, almost, I think, the 80% on this violent extremism will reduce. Because as we have identified, the research have shown, the major drivers are issue of unemployment, issue of illiteracy. These are the major issues, and lack of empowerment. The moment the government do this, I think down to the community, I think more than 80 to 90% of the violent extremism will go.